One of the most common struggles that I see amongst business owners and high level professionals is they reach this point where they're able to make the money, they're able to keep a roof over their head and provide for their family and so on. But no matter what they seem to do in business and how much money they make, there's always this sense of not having enough time to work on yourself. Now, along with this ability to make money and provide, they often, at least from the outside, appear to have good home life too, good family. They've got a partner that they love and that loves them back. They have great kids. And from the outside looking in, it looks like they're showing up and doing all the things that a dad should do. And of course, that's great. But the problem is there's this piece of them that constantly eats away in the back of their mind where they know that for some reason they just don't have the power to get their body on point. It's like, I can make money, I can keep my family happy and provide for them. And yet, for some reason, there's this one area of life that I can't seem to get right. I tried this diet, didn't work. I then went keto, that didn't work. I tried doing paleo, that didn't work. So now I tried starvation, basically, which is what a lot of people do because we get so desperate that we're like, what's the next step? This diet didn't work. Veganism doesn't work. Fucking vegetarianism doesn't work. Paleo doesn't work. Keto doesn't work. And so on. Tracking macros and all the rest of it. There are lots of different options. And the catch is most of them will provide a result for a temporary period of time. But for most of us, we don't have the lifestyle that allows us to have such strict and restrictive approaches to our nutrition and such high levels of demand when it comes to exercise, because many of us are already at capacity or very, very close to it. So then we add in these high levels of stress and exercise coupled with the stress of now removing calories from our diet. And unfortunately, we just can't sustain it. Yeah, we might see a few pounds or kilos shift on the scale and momentarily it feels great. Oh, cool, I've lost some weight. So this is working. But the catch is we can't sustain it. So then we lose faith in it. And not only do we lose faith in it and the approach, we lose faith in ourselves because we constantly keep trying this thing and then proving to ourselves that we're not good enough to follow through, that we're not good enough to get the result. So then we lean even harder into business. Oh, well, in that case, the one place I am successful in my business, I'll go harder in that because I need to validate myself. I need to validate and prove to myself that I can get results, that I can be successful. And as a man, it's very easy for us to lean all in on business because we think that that's the key. We think that that's the number one thing that our partner is looking for. And don't get me wrong, she wants you to earn well. She wants you to be able to protect and provide financially. And of course, if you can remove that financial stress from the household, the relationship automatically elevates as a result of that. So of course, that's what's wanted, but it's not the only piece that's wanted. And let's be honest, there's not a single woman out there that wouldn't prefer a man with money who's fit rather than a man with money who's fat. That doesn't mean she doesn't love you for being fat, but she would probably love you more, at least physically, if you were to get your shit together and actually build the body that you know you want. And not only the body you know you want, probably the body that she wants too. Now, the catch, of course, for many of us is we often end up in a relationship where we allow our partners, they to us and us to them, to let shit slip. We let them get away with, and it's not our job to control each other, don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is we don't hold ourselves to a high enough standard to thereby unconsciously hold them to a higher standard. So because we let ourselves slip, they know they now have permission to let themselves slip too. Oh, well, he doesn't really care about his body. He's let himself slip. He's got a belly now. So it doesn't matter if I don't look after myself in the same way that I used to. So now I might gain weight too, your partner this is. And vice versa. Now, if she's not showing up and taking care of herself, you see that and feel like, oh, well, this validates me not showing up and taking care of myself too. So then, unfortunately, between the two of you, even though the relationship still looks good from the outside, and even on a day-to-day, probably get along absolutely fine. And of course, because you love them, you accept them as they are. But that doesn't mean that you wouldn't prefer that they leveled up their body game the same way that you'd prefer it if you could level up your body game too. Now, the catch is, as I say, we get stuck in this mindset and this belief that money is enough. And the more money I earn, the more I can compensate for the fact that I don't have my body on point, the more I can compensate for any inadequacies or problems that do show up and occur in the relationship. Well, I'm doing my part as the man. I'm supposed to keep a roof over our heads and put food on the table. I'm doing that. I'm doing my part. So therefore that should be enough. You should be happy with that, which of course isn't the case, because a relationship requires a lot more than money. It's certainly an important aspect, but it's not the key. It's not the be all and end all. It's just one aspect of the entire game. So what we need to do is, of course, make sure that we're earning the money so that we have faith in ourselves, and our partner has faith in us too, our ability to provide financially. We also then want to be able to invest in the relationship at a higher level than just money. We obviously want quality time. We want deep communication. We want lots of sex and intimacy, hopefully, for both of us, not just because, oh, I'm in a relationship and therefore you should do it. You should actually want it from each other, and so on. And then, of course, we should be able to sit in that pocket of knowing those 2 points are taken care of. And now I can create space for myself to work on my body as well. And if needed, also work on my sense of being, my sense of certainty, and my purpose that I perceive for myself. Because let's face it, there are 4 key domains that we need to elevate at all times if we want the game to continue to elevate across the board. Because anytime we lack in one, so those 4 domains, we've got body, being, balance, and business. So anytime we lack in one of those domains, it will bleed into the others. So if my body is not on point, yes, I might be earning well in my business, but let's be honest, if you were showing up in your business or in your profession with even more confidence and certainty in yourself, and more assertiveness, and with a sense of purpose, and you had a weapon, aka your body, that could actually allow you to deliver that purpose, you're going to show up much better and be able to produce far more income, far more impact, because you're showing up as a better example of who a man should be. Therefore, you get better results as a man. And of course, this then also carries over into family. If you show up as a better role model for your partner, she's then likely to elevate her game too. If you show up as a better role model for your children, they are better to show up as a better version of themselves too. Because quite often what happens, of course, is our children model what we do. Particularly if we have acted in a way where they actually look up to us, then unfortunately, good or bad, whatever our behavior is, they tend to replicate it. Of course, not all, but much of it. So we need to be careful of the example that we're setting for our children and for our partner, because we don't want to allow them or give them permission to slip just because we want to justify our own slippage and let ourselves off the hook and ultimately stay stuck where we are. Now, of course, if this is where you find yourself and you know that you could add another level to your game, you could level up your business, your relationships, and your sense of certainty and purpose, if you were able to get your body on point, all you need to do is DM me the word Kickstart, and I will get you booked in for a Metabolic Kickstart call, and we can discuss exactly what's going on for you and how I can help you build a bulletproof body that's out of pain, losses, that's helped you lose the belly fat as well, because that's the catch for many of us men. All that stress, the gut just tends to expand. We end up with this spare tire that, again, holds us back. We get to this point where we won't even wear certain clothes. We don't feel comfortable on a beach and silly things like that. And I say silly because in reality, who cares? But at the same time, there's this part of us underneath that feels like we're unconfident. We feel like our esteem is low, and we don't feel certain enough in ourselves to show ourselves off proudly. And therefore, that limits the experience that we're able to have. So if you'd like to dig into this stuff with me, as I say, DM me the word Kickstart. We'll have a quick chat and then get you booked on a Metabolic Kickstart call where we can start ironing out all these pieces and help you crush your body in 2024, people. Thanks for watching. As always, I look forward to chatting with you all in my next video. And of course, I look forward to chatting with you all once you DM me the word Kickstart. Take it easy, people, and I shall chat to you soon.